Alright, so we had a question on our YouTube channel today. It's been a long time since we've made a video. Things have changed in our life. We're still homeschooling, but I also have a storefront now. So we haven't had as much time to make videos as we did before. So let me respond to this question, or these two questions. So one of them was, where do I get my print off for the Ambleside Riches? And how we keep track of those things. So I'm going to show you that. And then the other question was, what is in my basket and how are we using it? So if you're not familiar with Ambleside, everything is laid out. We use the group forms currently. Love them. They combine multiple kids' years into 1 year. Oh, my dog is saying hello. Hi, Tommy. Hi, baby. So their forms that they have break it all down for you. There is pretty much nothing for you as the parent to have to do. So let me turn my camera around and show you. So in my basket, we have it categorized into 3 things: daily copy work and handicrafts, books, and then math curriculum. So each week is broken down by Ambleside. The book that you read is on the side, and then what pages you need to read. There's been some adaptations we've made to swap out books for things that we already own. As for the Riches form, if you go to the Ambleside website and you just type it in, Riches 2025, they will print it. It's broken down by term and what all you need to do for each month. So I will try to link that. This is real life, so our basket is not organized or clean. But in our top basket, this is everything for my 3 different grades of kids. We have their copy work, their cursive workbook, their book of centuries, our draw and write book, which we do 1 time a week, skip counting every day. This is copy work and cursive for another one of my children. This is some phonetics things, shoe tying. And then because we're not doing geography on the computer, we're using just a book that we have about geography, and the kids are drawing each type of geography A through Z and learning about them. Now, how do we utilize these things? These are our books for every week. That's their math curriculum. Every day in Ambleside, you're going to be reading as well as doing your handicrafts, your riches. There's so many things that go on every day. So you just have to choose what works for you. I like to keep the necessities separate from the book work. So it's like the kids just know this is where their stuff is. Get it out, get it done. Get your math curriculum ready for me to sit down with you. We use Matthew C, so that needs me to sit with them to teach them their lessons for the day or for the week and go on with it. Now, as for how we use the other things, the copy work is just open and go. We're thrift schoolers, so we pick up a lot of copy workbooks secondhand, and if not, then we'll get them on Amazon. So here's an example of their cursive. They would just sit down and do half of a page each day. And then as for drawing, the draw and write through history books I adore and love very much for many reasons. One of them being that this coincides with the history that we're learning this year. We're learning about the early 1900s and the great inventors and their inventions. So this book goes really well. They have them through all types of areas of life. So once a week we do that. Then once a week we do the geography. Those are not the exact Ambleside recommendations, but we do make them work for us, and that is more than enough. So I hope that answers your question some. Obviously, math is an everyday subject, and for the reads I've shared before, we just take account of the total number of reads that need to be done in a week, and we divide them by the number of days we're doing school. For the week, there is so much grace in Ambleside, and it helps so much. Now, some things that I keep handy, as you saw in my little messy corner all the time, is there is paint stuff, pens, markers, erasers, dry erasers, just readily available for my kids to use whenever they see fit. And that helps for things to just be accessible for them, and it makes it easy enough for them to just be able to sit down and do what they need to do. I will say, with working and owning a storefront, that has kept me a lot busier. We have cut back on some of those riches, so my kids are not getting handicrafts in every day. They're getting some things in. They're getting nature study. Sometimes it's just by force, sometimes it's by choice. And then they get their geography. We sing hymns at church, so that helps cover that. I also play hymns at home on the piano, so that helps. The folk music, we really haven't done much of this year. So there are things that you can cut it out. If you go ahead and listen to some of the podcasts that the Ambleside creators have done, they will tell you it is impossible to do everything. So you just got to do your best with the resources that are given and choose how to make it a good fit for your family. Thank you guys for asking questions. I always love encouraging other homeschooling families to be able to do this within whatever means they have. If you're looking for books, I have learned that Amazon has secondhand books, I will often look there first, and then thriftbooks.com is another great resource that we just love and enjoy. So hopefully this is a help. I'll link those resources I mentioned in the comments, and maybe we'll get around to making some more YouTube videos someday soon.